Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to draw a super cute little fall pumpkin. So let's get the video started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab my technical pen. And real quick, I'm gonna show you how to draw this. I'm gonna draw this on Procreate, but you can very easily recreate this with a piece of paper and colored pencils or markers. But if you are following with Procreate, I'll make sure to let you know which brushes and things that I'm using. So I'm gonna start with my technical pen. And what I'm gonna start with is the overall shape. So first I'm going to sketch. So I'm gonna get my color, to make it like a grayish color and bring the opacity down. So if you're drawing on a piece of paper, I would just sketch very lightly with a pencil, and you can erase and then draw on top of it with marker or pencil or whatever it is that you're using. So the first thing we're gonna start with is the overall shape of the pumpkin. So I'm going to create kind of like a square. It's gonna be something like this. So about that shape. And from there, the pumpkin's gonna have some shapes to it. So we're going to start kind of in the off center. This is the center of the pumpkin. It's gonna be right on the left side. So we're gonna create an oval shape like that. And then we're gonna create the same shape, but it's going to be behind this shape. So it's going to be like that. Same thing on the right, but this is the one that is in front, so the rest of them are kind of poking out behind that shape. And then one more over here. I'm actually going to make this shape a little bit bigger. And then make the sides a little bit smaller. So it kind of looks like they're wrapping around. Beautiful. So now that we have our main shape of our pumpkin, we're going to add the stem, I think is what it's called. So the little part that it's gonna, right in between where these two middle shapes meet, we're going to create kind of like a rectangle shape, and it's a little lopsided, so it's going to be angled like that. So it's angled. It's like curving over on that other side. And once you have that shape, we're going to add a cute little leaf coming out from right there. And then we're going to add a little line. And then if you want, you can go in and erase that since the leaf is in front of the stem. So we have this shape that we created for the stem. If you go to this point, the left point, and just follow down, right around here is where our little curly Q is gonna pop out from. So you can sketch it in, or you can eyeball it. So we're going to go like this, boop, just like that. So now that we have this shape, we are going to, I'll zoom in so you can see a little bit better, make it a three-dimensional shape and not just one line. So we're gonna add another line and do the same thing we just did and loop that way. And then you take your eraser and erase the lines going up this way. That way it looks three-dimensional. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to add our cute little eyes. So I'm going to add a circle here and a circle here. Actually, I want to make it a little bit bigger. So we're going to add circle right there. Booyah. Add a circle right there, and then another circle right there. Right, bring this one down a little bit. And then you can fill them in. Boop. And then you can add your little highlights. And then we're going to add our happy little mouth right in between the two eyes. So right now our sketch should look something like this. Okay, so now I'm going to create another layer on top of this and bring the opacity down of the sketch that we just did. And if you are following along on paper or pencil, you can, use ink and draw over your sketch and then go ahead and erase it. So the first thing I want to do is start with the main pumpkin shape. So I'm going to grab a nice orange color. Oop, make sure the opacity is all the way up. Looks something like that. And I'm just going to trace the outline of this. Oh, and if you're working in Procreate, make sure your sketch layer is on top, that way you're not covering it up. So I'm gonna go in and I'm just going to trace out this shape and then fill it in real quick. Now that we just outlined this shape, what we're going to do is duplicate what we just did. And in the bottom layer, then we're going to fill this in. So it looks like that. We're gonna tap it and click Alpha Lock. And then on our layer on top, we are also going to Alpha Lock and we're going to make that a slightly darker color. So I'm gonna take like a brownish orange. Maybe make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, something like that. And now we're going to hop to our stem. So I'm gonna create another layer. This one's actually going to be behind the pumpkins that we just did. I'm gonna get a nice green color, like this. And I'm just going to make our leaf shape and our little curly Q. Outline, and then add our little line in the middle. And then we're going to get our curly Q shape. Just like that. And then we're going to duplicate what we just did. And then, make sure that this is connected. And then on our bottom layer, we are going to fill in just like, oopsies, make sure that's connected so there's not a gap. I'm going to fill this in. And then our layer on top, we're going to click Alpha Lock. And we are going to take a darker green and fill in the outside. So it looks like that. And now we're going to do our stem. So we're going to create another layer, make sure it's behind the leaf layer that you just did. And we're going to get a nice brown color, something like that. And we are going to draw the stem, just the outline. And then we are going to duplicate that. Our bottom layer, we're gonna fill in. Our top layer, Alpha Lock, and make it a darker brown. Just like that. It's so cute. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to go on another layer. I'm actually gonna turn my sketch layer down a little bit. And I'm going to draw the face. So it's gonna be a dark, dark brown. Something like this, like almost a black, but not quite. And we are going to make our eyes. So I'm gonna make 2 circles. If you're on Procreate and you're draw a circle and you hold, sometimes it's not a perfect circle. So if you tap with 2 fingers, it'll make it a perfect circle. I'm actually gonna adjust where this one's placed real quick. I just lassoed Oh, he's so cute. He's looking so great. So we're going to fill both of these in. I'm actually gonna turn off my sketch layer now because everything's looking pretty good, pretty clean. I'm actually going to take my eyes and I'm going to move them down a little bit. Maybe make them a little bit smaller. I'm actually going to spread them out a little bit. If you press the little S and you're on freehand and then click the move button, then you can select specific things and move them around a little bit. Super helpful tool. I use it all the time. So now we're going to add our happy little smile. Just like that. Such a cute pumpkin. And I'm actually gonna shift again all of these over just a little bit. Right there. And now I'm gonna tap it, alpha lock, and then I'm going to get a light color, kind of like an off-white. And then I'm gonna take this and we're gonna add 2 little circles for the highlights. If you can hear it, it's fall rain outside right now. Such a cute little pumpkin. And now we're gonna go in with some details. So I'm going to create another layer on top, and this is where I'm going to add the highlights. So we're gonna, if you just select the color of your pumpkin and then make it a little bit lighter, just like that. And I'm gonna add some highlights. So on the top left, the light's coming in from the top left for this pumpkin. Shape, fill it in. That little highlight. And then I'm gonna select the brown color. I'm gonna make that a little bit lighter as well. And we're gonna add a little highlight over there. And then we're gonna select the green. Make it a bit lighter. We're gonna add a highlight right over here. Feel free to add highlights wherever you feel like it's needed. So cute. And now we're gonna add the shadow on the bottom, the bottom of the pumpkin. So, I'm gonna go down here and just get a dark brown color. And I'm going to create an oval shape, fill it in, and adjust it where it's needed. And I'm going to tap on the little N, move it over here so you can see better. Tap on the little N and bring the opacity down, right around maybe like 70-ish%. And then we're going to tap the little magic wand and we're gonna blur. So the top blur right there. And we're going to adjust it, pull it to the right, just so you get a little bit of the fuzziness on the edge of that shape. And then the background color, I'm gonna change the background color. So it is a light, sort of kind of off-white color. And then I'm gonna actually go back into the lines that we created for our pumpkin. I'm gonna angle this a little bit so it's easier for me to draw. But I'm going to erase just that middle section. Do the same on this side. And then the last thing I'm gonna do, go on a top layer, go to my brush, and then I'm going to go to my brushes. And then I have a stamp that I created in the previous video. I'm gonna select whatever color you'd like. I'm gonna make mine kind of a warm brown. I'm gonna stamp my signature in the bottom right hand corner. And there you have it. We have our super cute pumpkin just in time for fall. Thank you guys so much for following along with this tutorial. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you do create this pumpkin and post it on social media, please feel free to tag me. I love, love, love looking at the beautiful things you guys create. And please comment down below if there are any other tutorials or types of videos you would like to see me make in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.